Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to 60 seconds. I have to say, this game is pretty greedy with its in-ad apps. Like, you literally cannot click, it feels like, anywhere outside of these specific buttons without causing it to launch up a web page for 60 parsecs, the sequel to this game. That just kind of sucks. That's super greedy. I mean, it kind of made sense that you would have a character standing with an ad over here, and if you clicked on that character, it would go. But it seems like anywhere, any click anywhere counts. Just like it's almost like one of those clickbait websites in video game form. So I thought about the difficulty here, and there would be an achievement for trying to play this on normal. But honestly, I just don't want to go with that. I don't like that idea. It is so risky because it takes at least an hour to play a game that I really cannot commit to that. And in all honesty, I only have about 2 more games in me. And then I think we're done. Like, I want to see the dog happen. I want to see the mutated Mary Jane happen. But that's kind of it. There's 2 or 3 different endings I'd like to try to get, but it really feels like there is only about 5 endings of any real importance. Let's see. You've got, I guess what you could do here is you could knock things out of the way while you're doing this. Just clear entire sections of the area away. So, let's see. The Boy Scout book and the padlock are over there. Let's run back this way and grab a chessboard this time. And let's grab a bunch of food, and that will help. So if I'm gonna get Mary Jane, I kind of need her to be grabbed. So where is she? She's over here, and here's some water we can grab. Did we get the husband? I don't see the husband. I don't see anybody. I see Timmy. Can we grab Timmy? No. So we're leaving Timmy behind or not. And see, we may just have to do runs like this and decide that we're not going to go unless we have all 4 of the people. So we left Timmy behind, and we are starting with 9 cans of food and 5 cans of water and the checkers. And see, that just does not strike me as enough items. Yeah. So just go ahead and hit the escape. Exit to the menu, and let's just try again. Like that's really what this is just gonna come down to, is we start a new game, play this on easy. Was her moving any faster than the guy's moving though? I don't think there really is any difference in the movement. So we've got Timmy here and nothing else. We've got the gas mask here. We've got, seems like a couple of things we can grab right here. What else can we look at? There's both the father and the sister, so we know where everybody is. So that's good. So just click, 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 and be ready to grab things as quickly as possible. There we go. To the shelter. Alright. So go ahead and grab the daughter and grab her, and then grab the husband and do that. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the gun and grab the gas mask and grab the suitcase. That's no good. Alright, so let's hurry up and grab that. Like, you really, I think, should grab the suitcase. Alright, I'm not gonna grab anything else, I'm just gonna run. Like, so the gas mask may not even be that helpful, honestly. But if it's, everything is slightly useful. Alright, that puts us in a pretty good position here. We have the map, we have the radio, we have the suitcase, we have the flashlight, we have the Boy Scout book, we have the axe, we have the cards, we have this. So we're really only missing like bug spray, ammunition. We're low on food immediately, so this is going to be a little bit difficult, but we're decent on water. So all of us made it to shelter, blah blah blah. We vaguely remember things. We got the X, cards, and map. Well, look at us. Inside the suitcase we got the radio and another water. Okay, so no rationing, and just get ready for day 2 to send out Mary Jane, so we can hopefully get mutated Mary Jane. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Like, the second day almost certainly is not going to require any rations either, so the first 2 days are pointless. Let's see. Skip all of that dialogue because that's all stuff we've seen before and most of it doesn't even matter. Right. So our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. Everyone has to drink sometimes. Mary Jane wants water. Timmy wants water. Dolores wants water. And everybody wants water. Okay. Water for everybody. Mary Jane with the suitcase, and we will see if this turns out to be a consistent thing where she always brings back a significant amount of food and water when you send her out with the suitcase, or if that was just a random event that happened last game we played. Mary Jane has gone out. Blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Nobody else needs any other food, so let's just skip through this. Like, we have to move faster. What if we said no to everything? I think it's time that we do that. So we're just gonna say no to everything and see if we win. Which means there has to be scenarios where saying no is the right move. Because there's no other way you'd win. So I had to protect our delicate American ears and turn off the radio. It was unintelligible anyway. Let's see. Nobody needs any rations. Confined spaces are not a friendly environment, and we quickly got into an argument over some trivial things. If this keeps on, we might find ourselves in a nasty pace. So having the cards does not stop those scenarios from happening, though. Seems like infighting will just randomly happen. Stopped arguing. Timmy is hungry. Dolores is thirsty. Ted is thirsty. Alright. We're never huge fans of mushrooms, but there's a colony of them growing on the walls. We've changed our loyalties. We're all about mushrooms now. Should we eat them? I'm gonna say no. I'm just gonna stick with no, even though that probably is the absolute wrong choice. We're low on food. Um, let's see. We may be hungry, but there's just some things we will never eat. Well, wall fungus is one of them. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him water now. Really? Life is hard for us right now. Why all of a sudden does he need water? Like, why did he just immediately get dehydration? Really missed the life we had, space in the sky, yeah. Yeah, we're at day 8 and already Timmy is about to die of dehydration. Which is an ending we would like to see, but... let's see. Timmy's fine, Dolores is hungry, Ted is hungry. Have food, man. We were discussing a plan for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard the yells outside. We discovered a small group of ragged survivors. They were sorry that we weren't surprised they requested aid. So let's give them water. I mean, seriously, can't afford to do it, but we'll give them water. I may just run out of resources, and that might be an interesting everybody starves to death ending. Visitors had problems finding things. They gave us water. Despite the circumstances on the trouble, Tim is very brave. Ted needs water. Yeah, it seems like they're going through resources really fast too. Thirsty. What? I missed that. Maybe I'm skipping through things a little too fast here. Alright. You can hear breathing in the shelter. For the last couple hours, the situation has been noticeably worse. Must something be wrong with the ventilation system? Maybe it's stuck. In that case, we need to look for a thing to fix it right away. Do we want to use the flashlight this time? Because we tried the book before. Alright. Alright. She came back, but he got hurt. And she lost the suitcase, but brought a first aid kit, which then I have to immediately use on Ted. Don't I? Well, I mean, maybe not. We could just leave Ted injured forever. The obvious thing to do is, when a vent is blocked, is to check what's blocking it. However, when you shine a flashlight on a hive of mutant insects, they usually go bad. Things go from bad to worse. The angry hive is gone, but the insects did some biting before they fled. Nothing made us happier than the sight of Mary Jane returning to shelter from the surface. Where to go for supplies? What a silly question. To a store, of course. We decided that the bombs don't matter that much, and our favorite store should still be our #1 stop for groceries. We found it, at least what's left of it. Most of the food on the shelves was outdated or rotten. A lot of the eggs were smashed on the floor. Guess what? Soup cans don't expire until 2015. Well, that would have been the year this game came out. Good for us. So +4 cans. There was a restroom in the back. Inside we found a dead body next to a first aid box. Guess it didn't help. Darn it. We really like the suitcase. It's gone. Mary Jane is starving. We better give her food. Mary Jane is really hurt. Timmy needs to drink. Ted was hurt. Okay. Food, drink, and let's just leave this. We have a decent collection of food, but we're almost completely out of water. Thirsty. Starvation. Oh man, hurt. It's almost like I'm playing on hard mode. Didn't I play on easy? Did I somehow accidentally click hard? Thought the phone call. Who should go outside? Go ahead and send her back outside and see if she mutates. There must be something more to make her mutate, though. There really must be. Because it's not happening on any regular basis. This is all dialogue. Food for Mary Jane. That's all we need to do is just food for Mary Jane. Alright, let's start the process of sending somebody else out. We stumble on the remains of Banty Shanley Town toward the part of the cat. Should we let the cat inside? Let's say no. We're gonna just say no to everything. Although it's not really gonna prove much if we die. We don't need any more mouths to feed. Also, cats can't be trusted, especially in the troubled times. We ignored the scratching and everything was quiet last night. We guess the creature went away. Marianne needs more food. Timmy is hungry. Water for Dolores. And Ted. So, this, and this, and that's the last bit of water. He's hungry, she's hungry, he's thirsty. He's thirsty. These are just standard things, though, not big things. Alright. So, well, we can't send him out with anything with the suitcase, so the only other thing we'd send him out with is the Boy Scout book. But I don't know if it really matters. Let's just send him out with nothing and see what happens. Or, you know, we can send him out with the gas mask. We don't need to make him sick. That doesn't help anything. I mean, it's such a silly thing to do. It's like, we want Marianne to mutate because we know she can, but we'll protect everybody else from the radiation because we know they won't mutate. Marianne needs some food. She's also thirsty. Dolores needs food. Let's see. Know very little about what's going outside. It'd be a good idea to listen to the radio, maybe discover anybody's safety. Let's just say no to this too, because if we listen to the radio, nah, we'll do it. I don't know what not listening to the radio would accomplish. I don't think it does anything. I think no in a lot of those cases just means your event won't go forward and you won't get any kind of potential bonus. We're able to get it. So we're starting the rescued by the military ending by listening to the radio. Let's see. Marianne needs food and water, and Ted needs food. Well, we've got no water, so we're all gonna die. What are those sounds? Where are they coming from? They're driving us crazy. We need to calm down, maybe relax for a bit, play with the cards. Okay. Trying to figure out how I would do this episode if it ends on day 20. Have something fun to make us forget it. What about Marianne keeps fainting? We need to find her something to drink. Dolores has to drink something. Nobody has any water, so they're all going to drown. I mean, dehydrate and die. The supplies are scarce, and our morale is low. You can almost smell the desperation in the shelter. We're pretty sure there's a small group of survivors nearby, mostly old folks in retirement home. It shouldn't be hard to borrow some supplies. They're old anyways, and we need it more, right? Now, this is the dark side achievement, so I should just do it. And we didn't die. Hey look, there's a bloody hand. That's a new thing. When Marianne found out she's not getting a single drop of water, she got furious. She stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this and that she'll get her water one way or another. We are seriously terrified right now. We were richer in some supplies, but for some reason we don't feel very good about it. It let me just never mention this whole thing again. So we got 4 more soup cans. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. He needs to get a drink of water right now. Yep, we're gonna die. Let's just double check to make sure. Yeah, they're just both dying of dehydration. Let's see. We're about to go to sleep when we heard scratching coming from the door. So first sounded like an angry rat trying to eat the thing. We soon discovered there was something much worse. Something on the other side of the door trying to pry it open. We need to act. Let's go ahead and use the gun, I guess. Or let's use the axe. I'm not making it long enough to use it for something else. And that broke the axe. Man, I'm just having bad luck all over the place. Some axe action was enough to send the cowards running, but you're about to be back. Vermin like that are never long gone. They crawl out of the shadows of the night. Let's keep the axe sharp. So we lose our axe. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Ted looks like he's got 1 foot in the grave. Like he needs to get a drink right now. Still don't have any water. So arriving down here is no walk in the park. I know I'm barely reading these and misreading a lot of these at this point too. I'm just trying to skip through them and speed read them. With poor word accuracy retention. There we go. Well, we got 2 people to dehydrate at the exact same time, at least. That's something that's slightly interesting. It's hard not to worry considering our current situation. Some days we're still struggling to deal with the sheltered life, but we can't lose hope. Timmy can sneak like a secret agent man, but that might not be enough to avoid the band of raiders camped near our shelter. We can probably assume he isn't coming back. If we only had a few drops of water, we could have avoided what happened. Dolores died of dehydration last night. Too many days without water took their toll. Ted died of dehydration. Surviving the apocalypse is no easy task. We can tell you that much. We held out for 18 days. That was terrible. That was just terrible. So let's, and I said 1 yes decision, and that that ruined working towards that achievement anyways. Let's just play the survival part again and see if maybe that will get something else. Make it a little bit easier in the first part. So now we would like to see some people die from sickness and die from injuries, but the death scenes are always going to be the same. I think there's only like 1 scenario in which you can actually see Marianne die, and maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe the kids just always run away before they actually die. So we did the dark side achievement, and I bet that's all we did. Yeah. So we barely spent 25 minutes on that. Let's just do survival on easy. So this gives you, if you do this, you start with 4 family members, 6 to 8 pieces of food, and 6 to 8 water supplies. Which you can probably, if you play the regular game, work a little bit better on that. But and I don't really see a reason why I'd wanna play like this in the harder mode. Even now, I mean, I guess maybe we could try one hard game run and just see if we lose really quickly. But that would probably just be a waste of time. So let's start with this. Yeah, I'm not willing to commit even 30 minutes to playing on hard mode because I was just playing on easy mode and you saw how bad that turned out. And this is not terrible. 7 cans of food. Let's see. So we've got bug spray, we got a health first aid kit, we've got the padlock, we've got the suitcase, we've got the axe. The only thing we're really missing is we'd like more food, more water, of course. We'd like the flashlight and the ammunition, the checkerboards, and the playing cards. And that's a very short list. So we don't have to give anybody any resources for the first 2 days. You might as well just skip them. Like, this is the only real question for the first 2 days. Is do you want to prepare or something? We keep finding spiders everywhere. They're in our soup. They're in our water. We swear some keep coming back. I think you should use the Boy Scout book before you use anything else. And also I should click on the Boy Scout book every day to get hints. Not that I think the hints are going to help too much. Let's see. Because bandits roaming the wasteland looking for easy and defenseless things. Oh, beware of bandits. A good book is the solution to any problem you encounter that includes marauding spiders. A few precise and sudden precise hits and suddenly every spider is aware of what the word decimation means. We also found a misplaced soup can while hunting those pesky spiders. That was one bountiful hunt. Mary Jane wants water. Water everywhere for everybody. Water for everybody. Send out Mary Jane with the suitcase and nothing else. Timmy seems okay. Today's fine with Doris. Ted's fine. No resources need to be used. We might be safe inside these walls, but there are other problems to consider. None of us can sleep properly. We have to deal with this as soon as possible, otherwise we might end up falling asleep in the face of real danger, like saucermen from Mars. So this is going to use up our first aid kit, but we should do it. Because it will lead to insanity otherwise. That would have been a good opportunity, I suppose, to just also lead towards insanity. The insanity end. Does Timmy need anything? Nope. They're all cool. Let's see. Skip the rest of this. And we're just going to keep on pushing forward. We can take care of ourselves. We can't let Timmy without water, water, and water for all of them. Like, there's been some radio chatter about airdrops. We can't go because we don't have the gas mask. I guess it's kind of nice they tell you about events that you can't interact with, because then the game would just feel pretty empty based on the items you collect, particularly if you're bad at this game and don't collect anything. I was thinking about doing a run where I specifically only get food and water and nothing else, and see what that would do as to getting the everybody goes crazy ending. But I think it probably require even more than that. Seems like Ted needs food. Let's just double check. Yeah. Just Ted. So we keep going. Try to burn through these first 3 days. Timmy's hungry. Dolores is hungry. Alright. So these two went 1 more day. How about that trip to Nevada we've been postponing for a while now? Maybe we should go there. That's our first stop after we get out of here. That's a new paragraph of useless information. Our relocation is probably something we'll be able to discuss after we get out of here. I probably skipped over that before because I saw this part before. Water, water, and water. Okay. Let's see. Do we want to say yes to everything? I don't think we've won a game where we said yes to everything. And we're in a pretty good position, so let's say yes to everything this run. Well, she bought back another first aid kit, and it seems like that somehow broke the radio. Try to help those in need. Goes around, comes around. We approached the hole cautiously and peeked inside what out nearly gave us a heart attack. Some crazed rodent, a reptile, whatever. Mad creature leapt out and started jumping all over the shelter. It was everywhere. We couldn't catch it before we could do anything. It pushed over the radio off the table and went back into the hole. So there goes our radio. Nothing made us happier to see Mary Jane return. We decided to finally check what we can find between the rubble of our own backyard. Blah blah blah. Really isn't much left, only a tree that's completely burnt out. Inside of it was 2 soup cans. That's still a pretty good return. We used to barbecue every weekend. The barbecue itself somehow found its way onto a power line in front of the house and it's unreachable. Our garden tools are mostly destroyed. Under bits and pieces of charred wood we found a few things that could prove useful. Another +1 health thing. The garage still has 2 walls left, but most things inside are gone. Not even the bicycles made it through the blast. But weirdly enough, the baskets installed on top of them did. We found some leftover supplies from our last bicycle trip, +2 water. Great. We lost the suitcase. Mary Jane is hungry. Yeah, she's just hungry. And we're good. That was a good resource. We'll send Mary Jane out because she's tired already. Back out. We need to prepare for another expedition. Answer the phone. It doesn't really mean anything. See, I don't know why answering the phone, like, it never seems like it gives us a ending. So that must be like a really, really late game ending. Somewhere closer to day 60 or day 80. Mary Jane is hungry. That's all. We can double check that. Start preparing to send, I guess, Timmy out. Timmy and Mary Jane need some physical exercise. Letting them run outside in a wasteland seems a bit adventurous, but they can play tag inside the shelter. It's like any expensive vases or antique dishes down here can be broken. Should we let the kids play? I'm gonna say yes, but if I was going for the insanity ending, I'd say no. It didn't seem like they broke anything. Let's see. We should have seen it coming. Mary Jane and Timmy ran around way too fast before we could stop them. They crashed into each other, fell on the ground, causing our supplies to fly in every possible direction, and they don't look guilty at all. They seem more cheerful. Good for them, but now someone has to clean up this mess. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy wants water. And everybody else wants water. Alright. Water for all. Food for you. No water for you. We'll just double check. Thirsty. Thirsty. Hungry. So, we send Timmy out, and he's got nothing. Like, there's nothing he can go out with that would help, I think. So we keep everything, and we just send him out empty-handed. And he may not come back, he may come back sick. I didn't read the line of dialogue to say how radiated the outside is. Mary Jane is hungry. Everybody's hungry, okay. Food for everybody. Let's see. Can't listen to the radio. But I can definitely tell because I'm like burning through this. Maybe it did say Mary Jane was thirsty and now she's suffering from dehydration. Yeah, one little mistake one day is going to be such a big problem. Yeah, Mary Jane needs both food and water. Let's see. Have we read this? Is there any one thing we need to do? It's to use the radio on a regular basis to catch up emergency broadcasts. Like, there's just always a negative response if you don't use the radio. Alright, so give her both. Move forward. Move forward. As long as we can stay down here, we're safe. Fine. Water for Dolores. Water for Ted. Is that really right? I hate how this system just kind of makes me have to go and double check over and over again. And this really is the only gameplay mechanic. We never thought we'd live to see a dancing cockroach. We still haven't, but we saw one of those one that's nearly as big as a cat. The good news is it's probably scared off any rats in the area. The bad news is they're huge and probably attack us when they get a chance. So we'll just use the book again. The bug spray does have some other uses, so we should try to keep it as long as possible. Whereas the Boy Scout book seems like it succeeds almost every time. That was a close one. The nested glowing bugs might have been more than enough to drive us out into the wastelands. Roaches are the worst, but radioactive roaches. Let's see. Mary Jane is fine. Dolores is fine. Ted is fine. Let's see. Can't listen to the radio because it's broken. Hey, but he came back and he's starving, but he came back and he bought a new radio. Okay. You say ignorance is bliss. Another day without any clue of what's going on might not necessarily kill us. We're so afraid of Timmy. Only a handful of buildings in our town survived the blast wave. One of them was the local bus station. We've heard this one before. Let's see. A local athletics team gives us +2 water. We found a radio and it was playing this great song by this one great guy. What a wonderful find. Can we spare some water for Mary Jane? Food for Timmy. And let's just double check. Water, Mary Jane, food for Timmy. Is that really all we need to do? Yeah. Okay. So next it'll just come down to sending one of the adults. And that paragraph doesn't matter. The strategy's the same, even if you're going for different endings for the first, I'd say 20 days. First half of the survival run, it's always the same strategy, and scavenging, of course, is always the same strategies. Get as much as feasibly possible, and really don't, it's not even a matter of the first aid kit is way more helpful than the lock. Everything is slightly helpful because of the random nature of things. I would say though that the Boy Scout book is starting to look like the top tier item. Mary Jane isn't worried at the least. Timmy is hungry. Dolores needs water. Ted needs water. Water. Food. And water. And food. Okay. And we send him out. And yeah, we're just sending him out empty-handed. That's all we're gonna do. And even if we lose one parent, that just means I would have to play a little bit more conservatively. We have enough food and water if it got down to just her, where we could potentially starve the kids out and survive on your own. Mary Jane is hungry. Timmy's very hungry and thirsty. So let's see. Hungry, thirsty, and hungry. Nothing up for Dolores. A sleazy-looking trader, equally scruffy bag, could play as a visit. He offers us a simple one-time deal. A secret can of soup for what's in the bag's contents. So this would start the cat ending. We could do it. And we could probably go with the try for the VIP ending, I guess. So let's do that. Let's do this deal and see if we can get the ending where the cat is a spy and we're working for the US government to get entry into a VIP shelter. Blah blah blah, we've read this before. Jane. Water for Mary Jane. Food for the other two. Hungry, thirsty. Says anyone to rescue us from this situation? It's the government. Listen, might as well. We might not follow their instructions, but we might as well start that path. We made contact, blah blah blah. Dolores wants water. Let's skip here. Yeah, this really doesn't feel like you're playing chess or anything, where you're really calculating your moves. It's a lot closer to just, oh, you know exactly what you need to do, so do it and move as fast as possible. Problem is simple: if we don't wash yourself, we'll get sick, seriously sick. It smells really bad in here and doesn't seem like it will get any better over the next couple days. How about we do something to fix this? Okay. If I don't use the bug spray right now, I think this is another path that will lead to insanity. Which I should probably just embrace the path that they want. Even if it is a losing path. Because you might as well just go with the flow with this game, it seems like. We finally have a good use for the bug spray, which we brought down. It smells better than we do, so I can use it to become a bit more presentable, smell-wise anyway. Alright. Water for Timmy is, I think, all we need. Thirsty. And it's weird how sometimes you click on these people and it doesn't work. Cat's been staring at our supplies all day. Its eyes piercing. You can practically feel the tension in its shelter, as well as the sense of danger. This must be how cats communicate that it's time to eat. Should we share some of our supplies with our furry friend? I'm gonna say yes, but I'd almost be interested to see what the answer no would do. So we got ammunition, and he's just hungry. The little devil utterly devoured the whole can in less than 60 seconds and left thing behind, not even a drop. After I took a long peaceful nap, at least it won't bother us for a while now. Ted safely returned. Our house wasn't the only one to suffer. Most of our neighborhood was destroyed in the blast. The street is completely covered with piles of rubber and chunks of walls and roof tiles. A rare passerby in a gas mask can occasionally be seen from a distance scavenging for supplies. A band of kids was playing in the nearby rooms. They had plenty of real guns and ammunition. It's very encouraging to see the kids are making the best of these terrible, terrible situations. They even shared some of the ammunition with us. Everyone has to drink sometime. Mary Jane needs water. Ted is hungry and really tired. Mary Jane, Ted, double back and check. So we're gonna prepare to send Mary Jane out again. A note found on the door today is a real surprise to us. Not quite whomever had observed it in a while believes we're the right kind of people. We'll send Ted out in this case, although it should be Mary Jane. Or should it be... Well, we could send Timmy out. He would be the right one to send. We don't want something to happen to Mary Jane because we want to send her out on a real expedition. So... It's true, it's all true. There really are others just like us. We arrived at the rendezvous unarmed, we were greeted by things of brother and sister. So we started that end scenario again. Like water for Dolores and food for Ted. Now we're starting to run low, a little bit on food. And start the preparations. Sarkov is still a fresh addition to his things. Blah blah blah. Should we take a quick trip to see what's there? I would say no, but I think I'm saying yes to everything in this round, so we're just gonna say yes. Like, the only thing I think saying yes in that scenario does is it gets rid of the cat for a few days, which very possibly slows down the process of that end scenario. There might be other actions that slow down the end scenarios for other people. Grabbed a fluffy friends, a couple gentlemen, gritted their teeth at the set and said they'd been looking for it. Apparently it was their old dear Nans, who loves it dearly. See, that changes several times. Ted is hungry and thirsty. So let's come over here. Yeah, everybody else is just fine. Bioshell usually seems like the best possible option, but it rarely is. It says, interesting. I'm not sure if that's really true. Out you go, Marianne. Marianne went outside. Timmy prefers apple juice, but he wants water. Dolores needs food. Ted needs food. Food. Water. Many animals inhabit the wasteland. Some of them can be tamed. Just cats and dogs as far as I know. And the cat comes back, as it always does. So maybe the cat leaves and doesn't come back if you say no. Let's see, tourist prize, Sarkov came back. Timmy is hungry. Water. For Dolores. Water and food. And water and food. Try to help those in need. What goes around comes around. I wonder how many of these hints there actually are. Let's see. There's a huge hairy bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of the pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't let it get to it. We can't let it be in here while we sleep. So, do we want to break the gun or do we want to use the axe? Let's shoot the gun. I think actually the gun is possibly one of the worst items because it's heavy and it's not used successfully that often. It succeeds, but then it breaks. Let's see. Poor diet, bad health, and other injuries decrease chances of survival. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess it's still top of the food chain. Good for us. Timmy is rested. Ted needs water. Okay. Not too bad. So we could send Timmy out again. I felt we should do something about our interior decoration. The feng shui is really off. Let's follow its shelter. While we were moving things around, we found a secret door. What's behind it? The only way one way to find out. Use the gun. So there's another secret thing. And you get the gunshot sound effect. We figured the best way to show nothing and no one jumps us inside the mysterious was to bash the door open and start firing. When the smoke was gone, we were able to assess our operation. The room was empty. We hit nothing but the walls. We barely dodged a ricochet gone. One ricochet gone bad. Let's see. Everybody is fine. A loud crash, a surprise shriek, a bit of debris. This is investigate the wire on Sarkov. We have to say yes. Ah, that annoying knocking sound. I think this soup is new. A can of bug spray is useful against insects and other creatures. Mary Jane was supposed to be back in a few days. It's been too long. We fear something has happened to her. They followed the thing and investigated it. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to get him water now. Dolores needs water. Okay. So water and water. And we've lost Mary Jane. And I don't know why Timmy seems to dehydrate so fast. Seems like that just is something happens to him. Alright, let's prepare. We're gonna send Timmy out. The agents who are spying us are at the door and want to explain themselves. We have to say yes, so we'll say yes. Briefly wave some ID. Ted wants water. Okay. And fatigued. Not all mutants are dangerous. Looks can be deceiving. Okay, we don't have enough food or water to win on the VIP scenario. We need 4 cans of water or soup. Dolores needs food. So we need to get probably at least 2, probably 3 jars of water to have a hope. I guess what happened there is because Mary Jane didn't come back with any resources. We're behind the curve. But it is a rather tight curve. Not much changes. Dolores wants water. Ted is hungry. Alright. Just keep on trying to survive. The siblings are back. They want the map. Give them the map. Fine. And what did we get for that? A dehydrated person won't live more than 1 day. Don't test your luck. Interesting. Ted needs water. We don't have either one of those, so we can't do anything there. So it would have to just be a real random success victory for us to win here. Dolores has gone crazy, and they did animate a crazy animation for her. Dolores no longer talks to us. Earth to Dolores, can you hear us? Boredom can really get this place. Dolores' sanity is questionable. Ted is fine. So we can't do anything to make people not crazy. Let's see. For an isolated fallout shelter, we sure have a lot of disturbances. Something that's been making a lot of noise since the dawn, and we couldn't sleep. It seems to be coming from under the floor, and coincidentally, we found a manhole. So we go in there with the axe, and that's gonna probably end up with us losing the axe and getting hurt. It didn't end that way. Instead, it ended with, well, I don't know. Let's see. Exploring radioactive wasteland without any protection such as the gas mask is a bad idea. We went down with our hearts in our throats, but nothing happened. We found a tiny passage blocked and noises were gone. Hopefully it'll stay that way. Timmy came back. We believe that our expedition to the wasteland must have been followed by strangers. We should be more cautious next time. None of the burnt down buildings look very inviting, but after some exploring, running away from mutant spiders, blah 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 blah. Let's see. They went into a bar, and they got 1 can of soup and 2 cans of water. Let's see. From what we've read these before. It doesn't matter what it says anyways, it's just the little image that matters. From what we could tell, the atomic blast interrupted a poker game. Those poor guys are not likely to be. There's a lot of cussing in this game. Finishing the game anytime soon. We can still use the cards. Timmy diets need food. Timmy's really tired. Dolores needs water. Food and water. Or do I just not give water to Dolores? I mean, are we sending her out to her death? I don't think we're ready to make that decision. Thirsty, crazy, fatigued. Starvation, tired, fatigued. I'm tired. Yeah, if I send her out, it will be... She would be the only one that I could send out next. So let's give her a little bit of water and work our way towards it. Using a high-tech setup, the agents want us to go on a mission. Is there a real reason to send Dolores first, though? Not really. Let's send out Timmy. Let's see. We graciously agreed to fulfill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty and promised they would be back with more information. Dolores is clearly giving into madness. We wish we could stop it. All Ted wants is a few drops of water. That's pretty much all I can afford. If Timmy doesn't come back or something, we're in trouble. Yeah, we are very, very close. We take care of ourselves. Dolores has not eaten for a while, so we could give her some food. We're about to go to sleep when we heard someone knocking on the door. What could it be at this hour? Who could be this, but be in this part of the wasteland? How they survived the nuke? Should we open up? We have to say yes, so yes. Well, I'm surprised that wasn't the end. She got injured now, so she's thirsty, hurt, crazy, and fatigued. Only thing she isn't is sick. Someone started shooting at us. We closed the door and the hatch as quickly as we could, but the shot or two grazed us. The recon mission was quite risky. We had to visit neighborhoods, blah blah blah. We already read this. Timmy's diet needs food. Timmy got hurt. Water's all Dolores wants. Dolores got hurt. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Okay. There's kind of no reason to do anything with her. She's too far gone. We can feed Ted. We can feed Timmy. We can even heal Timmy. Or we could wait and see how this goes. Like, let's heal Timmy. And prepare to send out Dolores. Let's see. We saw something strange on our way back from the expedition. A chain of lights on the horizon, pulsing and dancing in a chaotic manner. It doesn't make much sense to us at the time, but when we discussed it in the shelter, Tim said it might be a secret scout signal. He'd need to check out the signal by himself and decode it using the scout book. Okay. This might be an ending where aliens land and save us. Like, we're gonna have to be really, really careful of this if we're gonna win here. We haven't seen Timmy this excited in a long time. He decoded the flashing lights as a scout signal indeed, which means someone of his friends are still around and kicking, unless a few bandits found the scout book lying around and they're now trying to lure innocent kids into a trap. Timmy wants to be prepared a coded message and try to transmit it soon. Timmy is hungry. Dolores needs water. Ted needs water. Like, so if I skip all of this, like, he's thirsty now. I'm gonna have to dip into it and just hope that he's gonna only ask for 3. The men in black are only gonna ask for 3 things of water. You go out now to your death. Timmy's very hungry. Timmy wants water. Ted is rested. So we're about out of food. The military is transmitting again. They say they need the first stop to locating remaining survivors. Planning to do sweeps. We don't have the flashlight. We can't do that. So we won't win by that scenario. I kind of wonder how many times you will just lose no matter what, because you just won't have the combination of items, or even really have a realistic chance of getting the combination of items needed. Let's see, Timmy needs food. Slowly taking all the food. Timmy prepared a short message to be transmitted tonight. There are a few options on how it could be done, so let's try to pick the best option, or you could back out completely. It's not too late to give up on this idea. I'm gonna go with the radio because I don't have the flashlight, and I don't think that there's gonna be anything we can do with the radio anyways at this point. Oh. Let's see. Timmy went outside, climbed to the highest point he could find, which in our situation turned out to be a fallen over trunk with 2 more cars stacked on top of it. Probably not the safest place to be, but he managed to transmit the message successfully and return safely. Now we wait. Like a good scout he is, Timmy is making the best of the situation. Ted is really thirsty. We've already eaten into our water supply. Siblings and their family regroup came by the shelter to inform us that their camp has been finished. Now they wish to establish some sort of schooling system within the camp. Some of the kids didn't even manage to learn how to read before the bomb fell. They need any books they can get their hands on to help educate the youngsters, and so far the only reading material they have found were some communist propaganda flyers. So we give them the Boy Scout book. Might as well. We're heading to failure. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe she actually made it back. She's hungry, hurt, crazy, tired, and fatigued. I cannot believe she made it. And we have enough water now. We're out of food. She brought a gas mask too. We give them our beloved Scout handbook. It will do for younger kids, but one day they will have to establish a complete education system. How about the kids paying 10,000 soup cans to participate in the lessons? We're sure they would find a way to get it back after they finish school and get some sort of job in the wasteland. Makes perfect sense. We were glad Dolores came back. I wasn't. A little trip to the surface might have been spotted and followed. We should be more careful next time. We followed our way to a nearby hospital. Blah blah blah. There's plenty of bottles of liquids, peroxide, blah blah blah. First aid kit. One of the surviving hospital beds had a gas mask hanging on it, along with a note that read, "Where this patient smells really bad." We can't leave Timmy without water for too long. Dolores needs food. So are we spending food on her? Or are we just letting her die? I mean, we gotta just let her die. We don't have enough food for her. Yeah, and he's just thirsty. And prepare. Clearly we're trustworthy after our last successful mission, as the agents came back with another request. Whether generously provide them with a couple of soup cans or some water bottles, the agent in the field will take care of delivery in return. We're given an encouraging pat on the back and a promise of a better future and a safe government shelter. We can do it. I'm surprised we can do it, but now we're going to be really low on both food and water. We graciously agreed to fill the request. They thanked us for doing our civic duty. The news is good news. Dolores has barely any strength left. If she doesn't eat tonight, she won't last until morning. Ted's stomach is rumbling. Ted gets food. Dolores does not. Sorry. I mean, we just can't keep her alive. We don't have enough resources. Send Ted out. Oh man, we can't send Ted out. can we? Because if we send Ted out and she dies, it's game over. So we gotta keep Ted here. Yeah, without that backup adult, I can only send Timmy out when he is no longer tired. We woke up to the smell of something burning. We got in a panic, but it turned out that the fire was under control more or less. For the past few days, Doris has been very busy building a house of cards. It started in a single building, but soon she was out of cards after constructing a small card town. Standing in the corner of our bunker during the night, Doris set it on fire, calmly observed the flames. When we asked why, she just gave us an indifferent stare worthy of a serial killer. That said, that some women just want to watch the world burn. So we lose our cards. That sucks. Timmy might not look good, but he's doing strong, fine. Dolores has barely any strength left, yet she had enough strength to burn down the cards. If she doesn't eat tonight, she won't last till morning. If there's one thing we need, it's water for Dolores. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity, do something. Ted needs water to survive. I can't do anything. There is no item. Clearly there was supposed to be an item in this game that would have brought back sanity, but it doesn't exist. Not the way things are here. We'll just keep on preparing. Someone was very seriously banging on the hatch. We're scared to open it, but it might have some good news, right? We gladly welcome any friendly face, even if it's one of our neighbor Ned, who we're pretty sure that was any reason our town got bombed. It would be the reason. Shall we open it? I have to say yes. And this will probably be the end. Wow. We got our cards back. Look at her. She's now sick too. Man, she's fallen over, hurt, green. Timmy is right. The signal did come from the scout friends. They managed to track us down to the transmission Timmy sent out a few days ago, and they came bearing gifts. Timmy was happy to reunite with his friends, if only for a day. All in all, it was a good day for us. We got the cards back. Timmy should eat something. Timmy should drink something. Dolores barely has any strength left. If she does not eat tonight, she won't last till morning. Dolores will not survive without water any longer. Dolores got ill. With no help, Dolores might go over the brink of sanity. So yeah. We're slowly running out of resources. And it's just gonna end badly. And I still can't go out. So every time I can prepare, I am gonna prepare, just hoping that Timmy will be rested. And she's dead. Okay. Dolores bravely faced hunger, however, eating is a habit that is hard to shake off. She couldn't take anymore. Timmy's good. Well, at least he was 5 minutes ago. No problems with Ted. Alright. We've got to prepare again. If Sarkov considers our shelter its home now, we might as well try to get along. We could try to carry it around and pet it on its head. All cats like a good pet, and Sarkov should be hopefully no exception. I don't think cats do like to be petted on their heads, otherwise any attempt to touch a cat would lead to our untimely deaths. Should we try to play with them? I have to say yes. They put a little skull and crossbones on that. Just to let you know that this probably is not a smart move. We actually rubbed its head before it ran away in panic. It was nice and soft. They say petting a fluffy animal is good for you. And sure enough, we feel slightly better. Alright. Ted needs water. We are very close to being out of everything. Come on, Timmy, be rested so we can send you out to get more resources. Day 50. Come on. How about getting Timmy some water? Alright. We're now out of water. We'll prepare again. Someone is at the door. We're a bit scared, but maybe it is a friendly face of the American soldiers. Should we open it? Gotta say yes. The end. We got it. The men in black are gonna take us to the VIP shelter. We were taken out of our home in the dark of night and hastily transported to what the agents called a presidential bunker. It's amazing. Sure, the walls are similar shade of gray, but now we have a whopping 20 square feet more to walk around while we die of boredom. The extra bucket and newspaper supply is nothing to sneeze at either. All in all, it's definitely an upgrade. Life here will surely be worth all the trouble we went through. Finally, we can sit, relax, and let somebody else clean up empty the bucket for a change. We held out for 51 days. So a lot of these endings I'm noticing are not even particularly good endings. Maybe that's thematically, storyline wise supposed to be that way, but for the amount of effort and frustration it takes, and like moral dilemma you're facing in this, it would be nice if you just got a happy ending at least 50% of the time. You survived. Maybe. Yeah, it's like, doesn't seem like you ever actually survive. So that was all yes decisions, no decisions, 9 yes decisions. We consumed 15 waters, 10 and a quarter soups, survived 51 days. So not too bad. And it would be silly to start another game for this episode. We already played 2. So we now have a win ratio of like 38%. Still have yet to have anybody die of sickness or injuries. And everything else has kind of happened. Let's see. Achievement wise, we still have yet to break or use everything in our shelter. We could have gone with the madhouse ending that time. This is the end. It's all over. I wonder what that is as far as an end. Bug hunter, we haven't done. Find a new friend in need, we haven't done. Shave with the axe, we haven't done. Mutated Mary Jane, we haven't done. Listen to voices from the beyond. Meet the new law enforcement. Ram the toilet. This is weird. I swear I've rammed the toilet in the scavenge part many times. Always say yes and win. Apparently that was not what you needed to do. Interesting, because that didn't unlock either. So either some of these achievements are bugged out. Well, we unlocked this one. Or you really have to just have all the items and use all the items too. So I don't think we'll be going for the achievement for saying yes to everything and then winning, or saying no to everything and then winning, because that's not gonna make for a fun gameplay session. This last game, pretty boring when all your decisions are made for you, and there's barely any decisions in this game in the first place. Well, so we're relatively speaking gonna end a little early. That's gonna be it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below in the description box. And if you want to support me even further, there's a link to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.